Greetings and salutations, this is Jason Silverain. I'm returning to Karate Survivor. Now, I did a bit of a mixed review on this one, where I'm saying it's got a lot of heart, a lot of good quality in places, and a lot of potential depth, but the devs haven't really brought it out yet. I do think this one could be a good one if they can find some way to improve the gameplay cycle. Now, we're going to play the bar today, and just because I didn't really mention it, Pfizer, basic level of difficulty, character does not take damage from clashing with enemies during their attacks. However, in Master, you take damage while you're getting your attacks in. So you've got to be careful, you can't just run into people while you're throwing your punches. Okay, so we have one side quest straight away. I've apparently unlocked one of the kicks. Also, there's an area. Wow, we got both subquests straight away. I've got the blue skills, which is a bit of a shame because the reds are better, and I do like the gold. Or yellow. I haven't quite decided what colour that is yet. Probably more yellow than golden. Here we go. As you see that little icon that powers up. Lovely if I can get something to do things. Oh, I really want that damage, but I can't turn down 25% increase. Not when it's normally 10. That's just too good. And that will really help us later. That means I can probably ignore the next two upgrades for it. There we go. We're going to slide under here, then over here. Straight into uppercut. Nice. That's a nice 1-2 combo. I do feel like they could have probably added more moves for this as well. Oh, I really want that 20%, but I really need the luck. Luck gives us drops. Escape over this. We don't need that, so we'll take the green for now, because that'll get us more levels in the long run. I do want to save the bikes, because they're one of the best items on this level. Let's go for you guys. I'm trying to remember which martial arts film I've seen these topless guys from. Oh, that doesn't really narrow it down. The topless guy's not wearing a waistcoat. Alright. Now, flying knee is really good. However, I will take the axe kick. If I'm lucky, we will get 3 and 4 as well. If we're not, then at least I've got a nice forward-going combo. Because, look, we have penetrative attack. That means I can hit through people. That's just improved range. But it gets a decent crit chance boost. And that's just got nice range to it. Nothing fancy. I'm going to go with the regen. I don't really need speed. The various upgrades I've already unlocked make it much better. Because normally you go very slow. We want to go with that strike damage because you can see this is just the next level and I'm already struggling to take out opponents. Alright, I'm going to go over there. I do want to get some block or dodge. Thank you. Sweep. Move that hits all directions. Yes, please. Is it part of my style? No, but if I can get a red anyway, that's still going to be helpful. Unlike these, I don't need health. I'll upgrade that sweep, though. That luck plus 7. I should have taken that. I was too impulsive, but I'd rather have the damage. Luck doesn't do us any good if we do not have the damage coming, because luck just means we'll get more healing items, really. I love this thing. I absolutely love this chair. Oh, I really want it, but no, strike damage. I'm going all in on the damage. As you see, when I hop out, I am quite vulnerable to getting hit. There is no invincibility frames beginning and starting using environmental objects. Guillotine is a trap. We're not doing it this time. Rock Slap is nice. I hate Earthquake. I wish I hadn't unlocked that, but it does a lot of damage. But Rock Slap gives us bleed. Yeah, so that has got a good chance of getting loads of crits. These are just their own combo. And Rock Slap can get us a bleed attack in. Lovely. That'll give us 30%. No, I need to start working on dodge chance. at least something. And now we start working on powering up our current things. Now, there is a big debate on this, whether or not you want to just fill up your bar at the bottom with moves as soon as possible, or improve the moves you have. Me, I'm all for improving the moves you have. I'd rather do lots of damage with a small gap, because it's unlikely you're going to... yeah, we go. It's unlikely you're going to have enemies still in front of you when you get powered off of combo. I'll go for this status duration, because that will help us with the bleed. It hits for longer. This level is really good once you unlock the ability to flip over things, because there's just so many little areas like this where you can just escape the crowds. Here I am waiting for them. There we go. I don't want to use my reroll yet. We'll take the extra health. Because if I can't get good defenses, at least a little bit of extra health will help us in the long run. Okay, we're going to go into... Jab's got tears, but that will give us more critical. This is a bad idea. There we go. It's the luck kicking in with all those magnets. Used to be you'd be lucky to get one a level. Go, throw that at you, throw that... You do. Ridiculous, because it takes one punch to down these guys now. But environmental items, not very helpful. See, look at this. Look at all this luck with all these drops. Oh, that gives me more range. But that makes me just better overall. There we go. And then the bleed finishes you off. That goes backwards. It's a really fun one. Oh, but I'm going to upgrade sweep. Because certain moves, certain styles... Oh, there's a knife user. The schoolgirl there. Cover your stomach up. Just asking to be punched. Now, one of the things we can learn, is one of the unlocks, is actually to grab those knives and throw them back at people, which is great fun. I think I just can't be mid-combo. If I want to grab it, it's been so long since I've done it, I can't remember. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. That's enough. Oof. And that's what I was waiting for. We are going to go with dodge chance. Yeah, we've only got 3%. Doing like an extra 50% damage on a crit. Nice. But it takes a lot of building up to have a decent crit chance. What I need is some mini bosses and some... Oh, these are trash. Okay. This is worse. Greed. Okay, we need some mini bosses to drop us some nice, just random selection. In fact, I really should be going for the... Ooh. Thank you, sir. Should have left that. But anyway, I need to be heading for the locked rooms with the weapons in, because I need to be doing the special weapon moves to unlock the shurikens. Thank you, because they're very grindy to unlock. It's another vinyl. We'll be taking that. Now I'll be going down here. We take sweep. I'm loving it's giving me sweep. Just keep giving me more sweep. Because I've not got a single bad move in my arsenal. There's the shotgun. I was nowhere near that. I was absolutely nowhere near that shotgun. I should have been able to go around it without picking it up. Oh, I wonder if that applies to the shotgun as well. Shotgun's like the pistol, just better. Wider spray. Let's get out, because I'm sure it spawns more enemies while you're in there. There we go, plus 12%. That gives us a 15% crit chance. This is when we start picking these up. Oh dear. Let's get out. How tough are you guys now? You're weak enough I can down you. That just makes you free XP. Yeah, now we've got some at least a small amount of crit chance. Let's take some critical hit damage. Work on you to get basically a nice big chunk of XP. We'll take that rock slap there. Oh, hook would have been also acceptable. But I kind of just want to level up my current skills. Luck or greed? We've already got quite a lot of luck. Or it feels like it. Maybe we got it all at once. I'm gonna... There we go. Jerk. Slight poke there. God, that sweep is just saving my ass. Thank you. More strike damage. More sweep. Oh, and then more crit chance. I'm liking these level ups. I'm liking some of these level ups now. Good stuff. Ooh, maybe I should go for the regen. Speed, 3%, not going to really help us too much. It will give us just a little bit of an edge, catching up with some of the enemies that will run away. Yeah, at the start of this game, you cannot catch any of the running chaps. Ooh, Whirlwind. Whirlwind's got a reasonable radius. It has a bleed chance. And it will finish off our combo. So move that there. There we go. So you have a... They can sweep a damage increase as well. That's the beauty of it. That is the absolute beauty. I'm going to just shuffle a little bit. Oh my goodness. I need a new chair. If anyone wants to donate to me to help me get a new chair, I would be very much appreciative, because this thing's killing my backside on my back these days. I've been sadly getting on now. I'm an old cat. And yet I still have to carry many, many things at work. I'm like getting home now, and I'm fine when I'm at work, but as soon as I sit down in a chair, I literally can't move for 2 hours. And sometimes my back just seizes up completely. Last time it happened, I had to ask Alwyn to essentially unclick me. And my shoulder sounds like a football row. Anyway, we want dodge. We've got a reasonable reach already. We could go with crazy, crazy reach. But, oh, there's the bug again. Yep. Doesn't matter, there's another one there. Yep. I was getting distracted by the little minimus dude. But yes, as I was saying, there's a little bug in this at the moment since one of the patches. If you're in the middle of one animation and walk over a pickup, sometimes it will think you've picked it up, but you haven't, and then it will just remain invisible on the floor. So you have to walk over it again. Okay, now we move. Just give it a few seconds to start coming after us. Here we go. Good. We don't need that health. I would like to roll over that to get out of that freaking death pit. I don't have any ups or downs other than the sweep. So this is really a bad place for me to fight because the terrain is just not in our favor. You know, look at the damage difference. I'm doing like 2,000 with, you know, strikes. I'm doing 400 with those. Yeah. My weakest strike does 264 damage. However, it also crits at the same time, doubling that, practically. Toughness, 5% chance to block. I'll take it for free. I'll take it as a freebie. A little bit of toughness is always handy. It just means we take less damage in it when I inevitably overstay my welcome in this mass of men. There needs to be more female enemies. But I think that's a side effect of the 80s and the area it's themed around. Yeah, I'm re-rolling. More chance of getting a good one here. Oh, let's just take the crit chance. Because female enemies in like these kind of things were always either the femme fatale, who would inevitably end up dating the hero, or they were mini bosses. They didn't really come up very often, or they were mook bosses, where they were literally ordering people to do things for them, and they were kind of mostly unfought. Now that said, there was a handful of martial arts films, like the early Jackie Chan stuff. The stuff where I'm trying to remember what studio he was with, but they would basically record 5 or 6 like these old Hong Kong martial arts movies with the same 5 actors, all doing slightly different roles, and honestly, you could honestly kung pao those and mix them all together into like different films if you wanted. I'm pretty certain they did actually use scenes and reuse some. Well, they reused sets certainly. I was a big fan of like the old Hong Kong movies. Used to watch them with my dad early in the mornings. That Jackie Chan's Drunken Master was very good. Iron Monkey's a really good one, but that's more going into like the wire fu and a bit more upmarket. I wouldn't really call that an old-fashioned one. Snake and Eagle's Shadow, that was pretty awesome. I'm trying to remember. I remember watching one where it was a guy who's lost his arm. That wasn't one of Jackie Chan's ones, but it's a guy had lost his arm, and he ends up finding this fighting style, and I can't remember if it's for a one-armed person or if he just adapts it. And he's got like a broken sword on a chain. That was cool though. I don't remember some of the other ones now that I watched. I'm gonna have to go dig through the old collection. I think most of them still at my parents' place, but I think I've got a few as well. That would be fun. No, I'm sorry, I'm just lost now in a bit of nostalgia. Part of me was thinking, I wonder if I should maybe, you know, do one of those little reaction videos or a stream of me watching it or something. But I'm sure there's copyright laws that would come into play there. Also, I don't feel comfortable doing any kind of stream or reaction style video because I'm looking at content like that. I mean, a Nintendo Direct, that's fine, kind of, because, you know, you're doing it sort of afterwards and all. But it's like, when you do other people's videos, unless they specifically ask you to do a thing, or like, movie clips, I mean, not really my shtick, I think. I know some people make a good living out of it, but it doesn't quite feel honest to me. Says the person playing video games. Alright, you get back here. You get back here. Now, I have been completely distracted and all that, so rambling. I think this is the thing with this game. I've turned my... Just when you get strong enough, at some point in this game, you just turn your brain off. You just end up walking in circles. You just stop focusing on, really, the environment, because you don't need it. You just need to sort of just do a nice looping pattern, just so you can get your blows to strike in the right places for your combo. And again, I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing in terms of game design. It's kind of cool when you hit the zone, but at the same time, I don't feel invested, and I don't, you know, it's not like Hololive where I'm actually sort of paying attention. It's just, I feel like I'm more waiting for the next thing, but that is an amazing, absolutely amazing chest. levels up practically half my moves and gives me more crit chance. That's just hilarious. And here we go. Now we got like a good blue combo. You can see the beam up coming out. Go. See what I mean? It's just... I might as well be an orange cat because there ain't no brain cells here. I walk forward, I hit a thing, I get noms. This be how it works. Just remember when these guys with the glasses and the briefcase used to be an actual threat because they were really tanky. But see, this is what I mean. When I mentioned, I think it was the last video, that you have a lot of enemies that look different, but then none of them really play mechanically different, which gets you very complacent. Some of them are slightly tankier than others, some of them are slightly faster. The majority of them are interchangeable. And when you have eventually enough striking power that you just one-shot them anyway, if they don't get in just before your swing, they're dying. They are no threat. See, the only thing I'm struggling with now is just the big guys. There we go. Alright. The only thing slowing me down is that bar there. I don't think there's any way of making that faster. At all. Which is quite surprising. There's no way of increasing your attack speed. Go. More experience gain. I want to see how high we can go. Most of the time I'm too busy paying attention to the screen or in that weird gaming zone in my head where I don't even look at the XP bar. It's just a thing up there. It's surprising. It's such a large thing up there, like taking up the screen. But the UI is usually very concise. All the information you really need is at the bottom, so you don't tend to look at the top. Heck, I don't even bother looking at the timer these days. My focus is just making sure I don't get myself trapped in a corner. There we go. Nice. Come on. Come on. We're going to do the whirlwind. I think we just have a crit build going on here. I have to double check next time I get a level up. Actually, can I check when by pressing the game? Okay, yeah, so. Penetrative attack, that's a small chance I might hit through and hit the guy behind. That's fine. Crit chance, 40% bonus. Or just 40%. I wonder if that stacks with my default. So I guess that would be 70. That would explain why that crits nearly every single time I punch. Low damage, but it doesn't matter. Okay, then we get this one. With increased critical damage and crit strike chance. Even better. Again, these are all just crits. It's just a crit build. The first half of it. And then we move into this, which is also quite good with crits. And then it's these ones that do bleeding. Yeah, I've just got a crit build. That's without even really planning for it. So I should be looking at more crit damage, if I can get it. Oof, that was a bad place to be. It's not always clear what you can and can't jump over. Oh my god! Alright, we're just gonna take more strike damage because these big guys... Yeah, I'm playing risky here because I was getting a bit tiresome. More crit strike chance. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Also, when food drops like this, why not play risky? Only thing I'll have to change is at the boss, there won't be many mooks around, I think. Or is this the guy who summons loads of extras? I think this guy summons all the knife girls. So they're not really a reliable source of XP or anything. Because they're constantly running away. So they're an absolute pain. Lovely. Now come on. I need these guys to go down. More crit damage. Because now they're starting to survive it again. I'm doing so much damage, but they're just not going down. And now these assholes have appeared. Okay, let's go. Nice. Got rid of him. Nice. Can you... Okay. The lack of up and down hurting me slightly there. Just have to run on the sweep, but we'll take more regeneration just to make up for it. Do I bother going collect that over there? I probably should. Oh crud, there's the next wave. Yeah, we're grabbing that and then we're going. We'll rely on getting a magnet to get the rest. Oh, my favourite camping spot. Okay, first of all, we just use those. Okay, this isn't exactly ideal, but this location has saved my ass so many times when I was low level on this. Because you get them in a merry chase coming after you, and then you just keep going back and forth over that barrier, and they cannot figure out how to get to you properly. Here we go. Gimme all of the good stuff. You know what? We've got so many people here. All of this one giant combo. Plus I get the special effects from the yellow gold line as well. Get rid of you so I can kick this open. Nom 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 nom. Tasty XP. And a lone survivor who I'm now going to deal with. There we go. Took the whole combo though. I made a clean sweep of the level. Where is everyone? Seriously. I just annihilated everyone. There was no one. Okay, yeet that at the boss. Yeah. I don't have to. I mean, look how little damage you do with kicking items at these guys. But I do it so fast. Compared to me actually hitting him. Yeah, there we go. Does invincibility frames. Starts throwing his booze at me. Can't roll over that. That's fine. That's what we're going to do. Kick. Nice chunk of damage. Wait, he's trying to shoot. He's trying to shoot that lady on the left. Really? All that for just a dodge chance? I thought I was going to be sneaky. Bam. 2x4 to the face. I like the rundown. I like this a lot. I'm not going to lie. Wow, the axe initial kick move was the highest DPS. That's pretty funny. That, again, wasn't expecting that, but it was cool. Not even our highest level either. It's the fucking lowest level move. We did a lot of environmental kicking damage. The shotgun apparently did a lot of damage as well. Alright, we're going for upgrades. We're going to take... Yeah. This desperately is needed. Just so they level a bit more. This just adds more shots. Do I really want more shots to the gun? That's actually kind of a negative for me. Let's increase the weapon damage. What did we unlock? I've had some of these for a while. Like, Swallow I've had for ages. Oh no, it's this one. I just hadn't clicked it. Oh, it's at the bottom, not at the top. Fair enough. So what am I trying to do? Kill enemies with loudspeakers. Only 2 levels of those on, and it only registers on one of the levels. That would be cool, though. I could have sworn I already had this move, though. I am definitely certain I'd already previously unlocked this. Like, yeah, no, I'm not going to complain. You know, so knockback strikes, that means I've got to hit them with red. Or particular moves that have knockback. So, not much to unlock. Got to do more piercing strikes, though. That's the one that's going to take a while.